Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to give you some technique tips to help you strike the ball with more power. The first step to shooting with power is making sure we get the ball out of our feet so that we can generate more momentum in our run-up. And then we're going to generate momentum in our run-up by getting on our toes, leaning into it, and we're going to take 3 or 4 wide strides. So on our toes, leaning forwards, and then that final stride, we want to make sure we really lunge into the ball, again, to generate as much momentum as we can. If you're just starting out, you can start with a stationary ball and take 3 or 4 steps back, but eventually you want to get to the point where you can push the ball out of your feet and strike it on the move. The next step is our planting foot. So first thing, we want to plant our foot beside the ball, around 6 inches or so, pointing directly at our target with the toes of our planting foot. This is going to help with the accuracy because our body's going to follow through in that same direction. Again, if you're just starting out with this technique, work with a stationary ball, keep it still so you can really work on getting the accuracy of that planting foot right. As you get more advanced and you're getting the ball on the move, then it just takes a little bit more timing. So you might actually need to plant just in front of the ball, because if it's on the move, then the ball is going to roll and eventually end up beside your ankle. You want to really align that ankle bone through the center of the ball. With your planting leg, you want to have a slight bend in the knee. This is going to help you with balance and stability, which is going to help you with the overall power and accuracy of the strike. And also, for a little bit of extra balance, you want to put your opposite arm to your striking leg out for balance. The next tip is our backswing. We want to have maximum backswing to allow for maximum power through the strike. So for a maximum backswing, we want to make sure our foot is level with our hip and our knee is fully flexed. And that's going to allow me to get more momentum in my swing through the ball. As we're swinging through the ball, we want to slightly lean forward with our chest and really tighten our core. This is going to allow us to swing our leg more aggressively, which is going to increase the power of the shot. So our legs fully flexed, arms out for balance, leaning over the ball, and then tightening my core to really swing through that ball. As I strike the ball, my opposite arm is also whipping across my body. This is going to allow me to generate even more momentum in the swing, which again is going to increase the power of the strike. The next tip is contact areas. So the area of the foot we're striking with and the area of the ball we're going to be striking. So let's start with the foot. And we actually want to strike just off center of the laces. A lot of people think to generate maximum power, you want to hit with the laces, which is directly in the center of the foot, but it's actually slightly off center to the inside where you'll find the hardest bone. And that's going to generate the cleanest strike, which is going to add to the power of the overall shot. So to strike with this really hard bone, we want to make sure we're pointing our toes down, but also to the side to expose that area. If we strike straight on, it's going to be very difficult to hit up high on that part of the foot. So we want to point it down and to the side, making sure we're locking our ankle. So if someone was to try and pull our toes up, they wouldn't be able to. So you're really tensing, flexing those muscles around the ankle to keep it nice and strong. So now let's talk about the area of the ball we want to strike. And we want to hit as close to the middle of the ball as possible. This will help the ball leave the foot nice and clean, which is going to allow the ball to travel truer. If we hit off to either side, we're going to start adding extra spin, which is going to slow the ball down. We can hit slightly below the ball, which will give it a little bit of backspin, which will help the ball rise. So if you shoot from distance, this is going to help you find those top corners. But if we hit too high on the ball, it's just going to leave the ball with some top spin. It's going to bobble into the keeper's arms. It's going to lose that overall power. So we want to hit as close to the middle of the ball as possible to generate the most velocity and power behind the strike. And the final step is our follow through. So to generate the most power and accuracy, you want to make sure you're following through towards your target. So after you've struck the ball, you should allow your leg to swing in the direction you want the ball to go. This is going to make sure the ball leaves the foot cleanly. And then after the ball has left your foot, control the leg, and then you can step across your body. And then you can leave your planting foot and actually land back on your kicking foot. When it comes to leaving your planting foot, it should be the momentum of the leg swing that determines it. So if you swing through the ball aggressively enough, naturally you're going to want to leave your planting foot. It's going to be very difficult to stay balanced on it. So once again, we strike through the ball towards our target, allow it to come across our body eventually, which will cause us to leave our planting foot and land back on our kicking foot. there we have it, loads of technique tips to help you increase your shooting power. And remember, the most important thing is to get out there and practice as often as possible. At first, you might need to think about these steps, but the more repetitions you get, it will all start to become automatic and you'll do it without thinking. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.